Alright guys, so some of the viewers have been asking me, hey HyRool, is Clotted Cream actually going to be really viable inside of the arena right now, especially to go and counter Crimson Coral? And the answer is yes. So if you guys have watched my live stream the 3 hours before the actual arena reset, you guys have seen me verse couple of the Clotted Cream with my team, and sometimes I will be losing to it because Crimson Coral will actually die off pretty darn quickly with the usage of Clotted Cream on the enemy team. So I wanted to share this comp with you guys. This has been taken from ND Runner, except I have switched the topping for Black Pearl because there are times when Black Pearl actually dodges and the enemy starters from the enemy team is actually going to be targeting Clotted Cream. So in order to prevent that, I kind of changed the toppings. Guys, so before we get back into the video, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is going to be LD Player. So just like always, I've been using LD Player for the longest time now for this channel, playing Cookie Run Kingdom, and it is the best emulator that I have used, allowing me to play not only Cookie Run Kingdom but other Android games that are going to be available inside of the Google Play Store. LD Player is amazing, guys. It is the absolute best emulator that I have used without any problems so far. Their support is definitely amazing as well. They try to fix any problems that come up right away, especially for Cookie Run Kingdom. But if you guys want to use the emulator like myself and play on your PC, then click the link down in the description and download LD Player and try it out yourself and enjoy your Cookie Run Kingdom gameplay on your computer. So here we go, guys. The topping for our Crimson Coral is going to be 5 of the Swift Chocolate here. And then we are focusing on that cooldown here, at least 16.3% if possible. The higher you could get it, the better it's going to be. And then a little bit on the damage resist. I said around 20% is more than enough for Crimson Coral, just because she is able to give herself good amount of damage resist. And the next one is going to be Clotted Cream. Clotted Cream is going to be very important here. He needs to take the whistle buff, so that means that his attack stat needs to be at least second highest within the team. Also, you do need a good chunk of damage resist because he still is pretty darn squishy. And on top of that, another thing that's very important, he is kind of, he needs a specific build. It's going to be at least 17.3% cooldown. The higher, the better, all right? But at least, 17.3 in order to have a 3-second start, because he does have a 15-second cooldown skill, all right? So that is going to be the thing here, guys. And then extra stat, attack again, crit, and other things like that will definitely help out. He needs to use his skill really, really quickly in order for him to stack on the damage resist buff as well, and of course to get rid of that Crimson Coral from the enemy team. So we are using the full Swift Chocolate. Next one is going to be our Stardust. Stardust is using 5 of the Juicy Apple Jelly. Make sure that Stardust is not taking the Whistle buff, alright, because he already has a built-in damage resist buff as well, and he is vanishing while Clotted Cream is not able to do that. So we are focusing on the damage resist as well as the cooldown. 7 to 9% is, going to be the optimal one. Of course, the higher the better. And then next one is going to be our Black Pearl. So Black Pearl is actually using 5 of the Solid Almond for me because of the fact that, like I said, when Black Pearl uses the full Swift Chocolate, there are times when she will vanish from the screen, which means that the enemy Stardust is actually going to be attacking the next highest attacking cookie that is going to be no other than our Clotted Cream. So in order to prevent that, I decreased her cooldown, used the Solid Almond. It still makes her pretty tanky and then still allows her to do damage here. And then, of course, we do focus on that at least 8% cooldown if possible. The higher, the better it's going to be. And the last one, Snapdragon, 5 of the Swift Chocolate. Of course, we are focusing on the cooldown here, at least 24% if optimal. And then extra attack, crit, and attack speed helps out as well. So the treasures are going to be the scroll as well as the jelly watch and the whistle here. And again, the whistle is going to be applied to our Clotted Cream to give that extra damage resist as well as Black Pearl. So if you guys are wondering why Clotted Cream actually works against someone like Crimson Coral, is because of the fact that Clotted Cream is actually able to go and put the first cookie, all right, nearest target here, which is most likely going to be the tank, into a light cage, all right, which is going to block buffs, which means that they're not going to be able to gain damage resist, all right, and also we are dealing area damage, which are going to be the little ticks of light that he's going to able to, send out at the enemies. All right, the light cage cannot be dispelled, and it can be projected onto enemy resistant to interrupting effects, which means that while she is using her skill, she still can be pushed back into the corner, all right, and then the damage is going to actually go and be dealt. All right, it also prevents them from receiving removable buffs. All right, the light cage will also inflict extra damage relative to target's HP at the end of its duration, which means that tanks are going to take a lot of damage. So that's the reason why Clotted Cream has actually come back into the meta just for this particular reason. Of course, it doesn't work against every single team, but against most of the Crimson Coral right now, because Crimson Coral needs to be used by herself, Clotted Cream is able to go and directly counter that. So I want to show you guys this team in action against my defense team right over here, guys, because the arena did reset the triple DPS comp here. All right, so let's go into the practice and let's do the battle. All right, guys, so here we go. You guys, I'm going to slow it down real quick, and then you can see right over here that while she was using her skill, bam, she was just pushed to the back. So right there, boom. That means that the back lane also is going to be targeted. You can see that, the enemy Stardust is gone. All right. And also important because Clotted Cream is going to use skill as well as Stardust is going to use skill. And then right after that, Black Pearl is going to use skill. But Black Pearl most of the time is going to be targeted by the enemy Stardust. And then the full solid almond allows you to survive that blast. All right. And then here we go, guys. Last, right here, we should be able to go and target this Black Pearl here. Okay, there you go. And it should be the victory right here. All right, come on. There you guys go. So kind of close right there, but definitely Stardust crit is going to make a difference between whether you lose or not in some of the battles because of the damage output as well as the sleep. But you guys were able to see that Crimson Coral was actually able to be eliminated super quickly. Only 47. All right, 1,000 damage coming out from the Crimson Coral from the enemy side or from the defense side of things. And my Crimson Coral was definitely able to survive a lot longer. All right, the enemy Black Pearl did do a lot of damage because this one is actually using full on Swift Chocolate. So the Black Pearl is able to use the skill a lot faster, a lot more frequent. But the main point of our Black Pearl is to survive, take the damage from the Stardust as well as, deal some extra damage. So yeah, kind of works like that, guys. All right, guys, so now let's go and do a actual battle here inside of the arena here. All right, Master 2 already. Let's go. So again, guys, because Clotted Cream is pretty darn squishy, and although he does receive that extra damage resist, you do want to go and give that whistle buff. Very, very important. If we didn't even have that whistle buff right there, Clotted Cream 100% would have been the one to die right there. All right. And then, of course, you can see that the solid almond Black Pearl is actually able to survive relatively, well here because of the fact that, she has that full solid almond. All right, now left with only our Crimson Coral as well as Stardust. All right, the damage resist comes out. We're able to dodge that Moonlight skill. All right, and then Crimson Coral should be able to use skill here and finish it off. All right. So kind of close. Actually, we're going to take some damage here, but we're able to survive. Boom, and done. All right. Kind of close. Gets close. Honestly speaking, there's better ways to counter Crimson Coral, but, Clotted Cream is an option right now. All right. So that is the reason why people are using Clotted Cream, but also because of the fact, Clotted Cream is actually able to be used. A lot of people are actually putting defense teams as Pattaya as well as someone like, Hollyberry back into it. So remember what I said to a lot of you guys. You're going to see Crimson Coral being used a lot, especially on the attack side of things. But because of the fact that there are going to be counters and like Clotted Cream, like Black Lemonade, like Shining Glitter right now, and even the upcoming Frilled Jellyfish is going to be another counter because of the Zap, you're going to see people use a variety of comps because there's so many different comps. That means that Pattaya and Hollyberry are not going to get kicked out of the meta completely. That is wrong information here, guys. They are going to be used, but there's just going to be now even more variety of comps that will actually help you guys succeed in the arena. All right, so there you guys go. That's Clotted Cream in action right now to counter some of the Crimson Coral comps. Again, it doesn't work against everything, especially if they have a secondary healer and things like that. Of course, against a triple heal though, very, very good. I know even Cheryl actually used Clotted Cream inside of a T-Night comp to counter Crimson Coral. There's various variations, guys. Find the one that works for you. You don't even need to use Clotted Cream, but just wanted to leave that information out there for you guys who want to try and use him in your team. Once again, guys, thanks for watching. I'll be live streaming for the Frilled Jellyfish update very soon. Good luck with the arena climb, guys, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.